Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Cottage Witch. I'm so thrilled that you guys have been loving this series and loving the content I'm putting out. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has been liking and commenting, and thank you for everyone who has subscribed. While it may not be a big milestone, we did just reach our 100 subscriber milestone, and I just wanted to say, thank you so much. It means a lot. We've been doing this now for a little over a week, and you guys have been phenomenal. So I greatly appreciate everything you guys have done. So last episode, we did the kitchen. Absolutely freaking adorable. I love the way that this had turned out. And it is just so cute. I love it. But now we need to start using it. It's cute, but it needs to be functional too. So, that's kind of the reason why we did make it in the first place, is because we wanted to have better foods than just bread. That's all we've been eating thus far, and it's good food. Don't get me wrong, I love bread, but it is not the best food by far. And one of the things that this pack does and kind of thrives on is food diversity. If we go ahead and open up the quest book and we look at the Culinary Arts, up here at the very top left is the spice of life. And if we just take a look at the main quest here, it kind of gives us a little bit of a glimpse into it. And one feature of this mod pack is that eating a variety of foods will grant you extra hearts. And we're going to want extra hearts. But not only does it add extra hearts, you will get extra mana, you will get extra luck so that when you go to loot things, you'll get more items. Overall, just better. So we need to, start diversifying our food consumption so that we can start getting these extra benefits, right? So in order to start out here, the very first thing we need to do is make the food book, which is rather simple. It's just a potato and a book together, and you get the food book. And then from there, we can go into, various areas. The quest has us making hamburgers and then cheeseburgers, and then even better, deluxe cheeseburgers. So, I mean, I'm sold. I freaking love cheeseburgers. So, I think the goal of this episode is going to be getting into the Culinary Arts and trying to make our first cheeseburger. It sounds like that should only take us 2 minutes, but it's not. So if you start to look at what it takes to make a hamburger, this is rather easy. We have onions, cabbage, tomatoes. We have a ton of bread, and if we needed more, we have tons of wheat. But what we don't have a lot of is steak, because we have yet to go out and make an animal farm, collect animals, butcher them all, and we just don't have a good source of meat yet. So we're going to end up doing that here in a moment, but this will just get us the normal hamburger, which is good food. It's fulfilling. But if we want to go further and get, say, the cheeseburger, well, it's the same thing, but we need to add cheese. And in order to get cheese, we need to make it by the brewing and chewing mod. So in order to get the cheese wheel, we need to ripen it by having it just sit on the ground for a little while. But in order to make the unripe, we need to ferment. So we need to get a keg, and then we need to ferment some sugar and some brown mushrooms with some milk, and it'll come together and make the cheese wheel. And then it needs honeycomb to make sure that it's waxed and, it doesn't need to go bad, right? So we need to go ahead and start making some kegs. And I'm thinking we'll go ahead and kind of add on to our kitchen and put in a little cellar. that we can have a bunch of different kegs going, because these are going to take time and I'm rather impatient. So when I want to sit down and make a bunch of cheese, or make a bunch of cheeseburgers, I'm not going to want to have to wait hours to do one after another after another. So I want to get a bunch of these set up so that we can have them all fermenting at the same time, because it's a lengthy process. We're going to need to get a cow to have, you know, milk. That's easy. We don't have a lot of brown mushrooms right now, but we do have some. And the way that we're going to end up doing that is just planting a mushroom on pod soil and letting it grow, and then just break the mushroom. We should be able to farm it up pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's make the Spice of Life book and check out what that looks like. I've already went ahead and kind of got some resources ready for the stream today. Figured we would go ahead and just make it a little bit quicker, less edits and everything. So we got the book, the potato, and here we go. So opening up the book, task complete. We can see that our current food diversity is 1, which is very, very low. The only food we have ever eaten in this entire pack is bread. I told you, it's only been bread. So we need to start diversifying and get more. So you can see as we mouse over this how much diversity contribution it gives, and we want to have our total diversity as high as possible. If we keep going, we can see the inactive benefits. And as soon as I hit a diversity of 3, we'll get 2 extra hearts. And then a diversity of 5, we'll get another 2, etc. So we can get a bunch of extra hearts. Then we get some extra mana. We get luck. We'll get speed, some extra armor toughness, more armor toughness, 300 mana once we get 52 threshold, and then a bunch more health, comfort, more health, etc. Lots and lots of benefits, and that's something we're going to try and get towards now. I'm not going to, it'll be a while before we get to having a comfort from this. Getting 100 is just going to be absolutely insane, but we're going to try. And you know, trying to have that diversity when you're eating, part of the issue with that is that once you eat the food once, if you eat it again, it'll actually take away from your diversity because, well, you're not having a diverse diet. So you need to randomize the food that you eat and get different things to be able to keep increasing it and not lowering it. That's the difficult part with this. But the Spice of Life mod has added in a method to really help you out with that. So we'll go ahead and collect a couple rewards there. And the way that you can do that is the lunch bag. All right. So let's go ahead and get out some items here, and we can go ahead and craft our very first lunch bag. And what the lunch bag is we can open it up, and it has slots in here that we can put different foods. So I can put my bread in here. And then if I go ahead, I can get some like baked potatoes and golden carrots and, you know, just other things, right? And if I put all these in here, what'll happen is when I need to eat, I just eat the bag. I have it in my hand. I just hold right click to eat it, and it'll consume a random food in here. So you fill up your lunch bag with lots of different foods, and you'll start having a very diverse diet. But as you see, we only have 5 slots, which is not going to be that diverse. So we can upgrade it and make it a lunch box. And then from the lunch box, we can upgrade it again and make it into a golden lunch box. And the golden lunchbox has a lot more options. So with this, we want to just go ahead, put all of our food options in there. And then when we eat, we'll go ahead and get a random one of these. And because we're eating randomly, we're eating diversely, we're increasing that food value. So that's kind of the goal with that. Super helpful. And who doesn't like the fact that you can now have, what is this, 14 stacks of food just in one item? Like, how many times do you have to run back and get more food in the middle of doing something? You know, you're out exploring and doing combat and you're like, oh no, I ran out of food, let me put down a shulker, let me open a backpack, or something, and you have to get more food. Well, that shouldn't be a problem because you're going to be quite well stocked. Lots and lots and lots of things. So I'm really excited that we ended up making that. That'll make my life a little bit easier. And yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go downstairs, put the warp scroll up in storage. One of the things that I did do off stream, as you guys remember at the end of last episode, I was talking about my storage and how it's a nightmare. I went ahead and upgraded all of the chests here to barrels, and then I upgraded them into sophisticated storage barrels so that the normal barrel now as an iron barrel stores an extra 27 items. And then if we go down, it has a gold barrel that has another 27 items. So these barrels can start to hold a lot of different items. And while I don't have any in here at the moment, you can also put stack upgrades. So for instance, I have a buttload of birch logs here. And if I were to put a stack upgrade, these individual stacks would stack much higher and take up even less room. So we'll definitely get around to doing that in a bit, but what I had put down was good enough for now, and I don't really have all of the ores and resources to start making those. So hopefully here soon we'll get fortune. I can go mining and just get loads and loads and loads of resources. But today I want to keep working on our food setup and get more into the culinary arts. All right, so first comes first, we need meat. So we're going to actually go to a time lapse, and I'm going to go ahead, go out, capture a couple cows, come back and breed them up for the next hour, maybe two, and then we'll come back and I'll murder them all. We need a lot of meat, so I didn't want to, show that on stream, the fact, or show that on the recording, that it takes us forever to breed and breed and breed, because this episode would take 4 hours, and y'all aren't going to want a 4-hour episode. So see you guys in a bit. right, welcome back. We ended up bringing up a ton of cows and sheeps here. And now comes the sad moment of unaliving them. It's not because we want to. We need their meat. We do. I am probably going to leave a couple alive so I don't have to go gather anymore again. But we are going to murder the majority of them, I feel. Just to be able to get all of the yummy goodness. All the beef. And then I guess the mutton from the sheeps too. See how many we're actually going to get here. Well, we're over a stack. Thankfully, I don't have to chase them. I can just... There's just so many that they can't run anywhere. All right. Now I'm starting to have to chase them down. Okay. We have, what, 4 left? 5 left? There we go. 4 left. Wow. Okay. Over 3 stacks of beef. That was really good. I was actually not expecting it to be that good because we don't have looting. That is significantly better than I was thinking. All right, let's go ahead and thin the herd over here. There is a ton of entities, so definitely need to start to get rid of some of them. Eventually, what our goal is we're going to have a drigme farm for these. Once we get into Ars Nouveau, which will probably be a few episodes, but it's going to be soon. We are going to set up a drigme farm, and the drigme can automatically farm any creature, any mob. It's fantastic. So we can basically just have an automated sheep, automated cow farm. We don't have to kill them ever again, which will be fantastic. Okay. One more. So it's 4 and 4. And then right now I'm in the process of breeding up a bunch more of the chickens. Not just for the chicken meat, but also for the eggs. We're going to need a lot of eggs for a bunch of different resources. Okay, so we have the meat, and we are going to now need to get mushrooms. We kind of talked about that earlier. In order to start getting cheese, we need to put it into the ripening, and in order to get that, we needed regular mushrooms. I clicked on the wrong one. I did the scarlet. So we need a bunch of brown mushrooms. Now, we can grow mushrooms by putting it onto pod soil and then bone mealing it. So if I come over here, I set up a little bit of a composter that I can just get a stack of... Let me throw those back down, let the crows pick those up, get a stack of bone meal, come over here, and there we go. Should just have to break it, and 18. So from 1, we got 18. Fantastic. Let me just put down a couple, and I'll just bone meal them one at a time. So tons and tons of... We're pretty much already up to a stack. All right. Let's just do that many, and then we'll go ahead and call it after that. That'll probably get us over 2 stacks or around 2 stacks. And we're going to need to eat here soon. So we can use that lunchbox we just made. Let's do one more. All right. So with the lunchbox, here, we can actually test it out. Let's look what's in here first. We have... Let's reorder these a little bit just so we have the order. Okay, so 64, 27, 2, and then 1. And if we eat something and open it back up, we ate the stew. So that's now gone. And we eat it again. We ended up eating one of the baked potatoes that time. So now if we pull back open our food book, our diversity is 6. You can see down here we have 2 extra hearts now, which is amazing. Because we ate the fish stew, which gives us a diversity of 4. The baked potato is still just 1. And then the bread is 1 as well. So 6 in total. And then we get these 2 active benefits. Now, if I go ahead and eat bread from now on out, it'll start to lower and I will lose the maximum hearts. So it is really important to keep on eating and not just eat a bunch, get some good diversity, and then stop, because you will lose all those benefits that you had gained. So that's why we want to make a bunch of different foods so that we can just constantly keep it up over time. And what I'll probably end up doing is making like a stack of, 20, 30, 40 different foods. And then we'll just switch them out every now and then to kind of rotate and get different foods into our system. All right, so we got meat. We got the mushrooms. Thinking about, the kegs, something else, and I don't remember if I touched on this, with the cheese. If I go ahead and go back into that, let me get the regular cheese, and then the recipe for that. In order to get this to ferment, it needs to have heat. That's what this bar is underneath the milk bucket, is it needs heat. And in order to get heat, if we kind of go over here to the brewing and brewing with the kegs, it basically tells us that in order to get the heat, we need magma blocks. And then in order to cool it down, we need ice blocks. So we're going to have to go to the Nether, get some magma blocks, so that we can have heat in order to heat up our cheese so it can ferment, and then we have cheese. So let's go ahead. Let's head over to the Nether. Let's empty my inventory out real quick, and then I will come back and we'll just pop over to the Nether. See you guys in a moment. All right, so let's go ahead and head on in. Now, we have been in here before. If you guys remember, we popped in here to check out the spawn, and then we needed blackstone. So I have made myself a little bit of a kind of a wall around the portal here, so it should be safe. And then, yeah, so there's the Nether out here, but I did turn around and do a little bit of digging. I didn't see where we could get any magma blocks, and I was like, okay, where there's a ton of magma blocks is down by lava level. So I was like, hey, let's turn around, let's dig down, and started coming down, and I ended up hitting this massive area here, and it's like, I'm not gonna jump because I'm gonna want a good way up, and that just does not seem safe. So I ended up digging another hole down, and we got all the way down there, and if you look, zoomed in too much, we have magma blocks down there, so I'm going to go down there and get those. But if you look, that is a nether fortress. That is a nether fortress. So I am most definitely coming back here because I want to go to the nether fortress. We need to get blaze rods. We need to get so much of the loot over there. But I'm not doing that now because I still have no pants. My helmet's just about to break. We need to get better gear. And I believe that's what we're going to be doing next episode. So I think maybe next episode we'll get some enchants, some armor, and maybe at the end we'll come tackle the Nether Fortress. Do a little bit of exploration there. I think that might be fun. But let's come down here. Let's go ahead and get some of this. Should just need to vein mine, and bam, full stack. That should be more than what we need. Let's go ahead. We can just do /home to get back home pretty quickly. Okay, so do we have everything we need in order to make cheese now? We do need to make the kegs. Those are going to be rather easy. We do need honeycomb, but I have slowly been farming honeycomb. We're up to a little over 20 now. I went ahead and, as you guys saw earlier, I had an absolute ton of birch logs. I came over here, put down a bunch of flowers and birch saplings and just let them all grow over time. And eventually I did get a bee's nest. I don't have silk touch, so I can't move it, but I've been letting it harvest up some honey. All right, so let's head back in. What else do we need to get here? I think, was that it? Yeah, I think that was it. So question is where are we going to put these? And I kind of mentioned earlier that my idea is to do a cellar. So I was trying to figure out how to get in there. Like, do I want to do like a ladder over here to go down into the cellar? I was also thinking it would be really cool to have a outdoor staircase that just goes down and you can access it like underneath the kitchen. Kind of felt that would be pretty cool. I had thought about putting it in here, but I have other plans for this down here at the moment. I think this is where I'm going to end up putting all my drigmees and all of the automated farming for all the drigme stuff down here. So yeah, what I'm thinking, what I'm leaning towards, and I'm not entirely sold on this just yet, but I feel as if this is going to be the best way to do it, is just to have a ladder down right here. But I don't want it shown all the time, so I might put a trapdoor and kind of make it, you know, a hidden entrance. You know, I've seen a lot of houses that you have, you know, like it's a trap. I don't know, it's not called a trap door, but it's a door that you lift up and then that's how you access the cellar. Or the basement. So I'm kind of thinking the same thing where we just go down right here and build the room underneath. So I think it's probably time to do that now. I think we have everything we need, except for making the kegs itself. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and do another time lapse. Go ahead and build the room here now, and we'll come back once we got it built. We can go ahead and get it decorated, get in the kegs, and start making cheese. So see you guys here in a minute. All right. Well, I think we are mostly done down here as far as the general look and feel of it. I think we need to come down here a little bit and change up the floor a little. I like the bricks. I feel as if it's a nice, like, larger stone that would be in a cellar. But we need some block variation here. So I need to put in some stairs so it looks like there's some little divots. as well as see if there's a cracked version of these. I think that would be really cool if there was a cracked cobblestone brick. You know, actually, let's just look real quick. Put extra resources in here. Can we take this and put it in the furnace? We can, but it doesn't get cracked. We can stone cutter it, but it's the same block, so no, not really. Okay, we'll have to figure something out because I like it, but it definitely needs some more love down here. Okay, so the idea is that we'll have 5 kegs against this wall, 5 over here, and then 5 over here, and then we'll have 15 of these things going at once. It's also very well possible that we could stack them and have multiple on each side, even fill up the entire wall. That would be possible technically. So we may look into doing that if we need that many, but for now, I think just want to fill up the bottom. So that would be 5, 5, and 5, so 15? Yeah, 15 of them. And then we have the ladder going up here, but I need to add the trapdoor, the cellar door type look. So I think I might just make it completely blend in. And on the walls over here, we used... Why is there a random... Okay. Squirrel, sorry. We use the frame blocks, and I think I'm going to do the exact same thing over here, and I'm going to use a frame block here. But I'm going to make it be a trap door. And the reason I'm using a frame is so I can put the exact same block into it. And now it's a trap door, but it has the look of the tile. So you can just hop right down, go back up, and you would never know it's even there unless you knew. So yeah, I like it. I think that'll work well. All right, so what does it take to make the kegs? We need to get 15 of these. So we'll need 15 honeycomb, which I should have the honeycomb here. All right, 15 of those. We need to get a bunch of wood. And then we need, it was 4 iron per, so 4 times 15 is going to be 60. There we go. And then crafting table. Oh, wait, hold on. I need some logs first. Or planks, sorry. There we go. 50. Oh, those do not stack. All right, let's go down and get these placed. Pop that open and boom, there you go. I like it. Yeah, so like we could totally stack these up if we wanted to later. I think for now we're just going to do the 1 layer, but yeah. Because eventually, I mean, like we can do cheeses, and cheese is going to be used for a good bit of stuff. But with the brewing and chewing mod, you can also do other things. You can make booze, so you can make some mead and some wine. You can take pickles and make pickles out of them, or take cucumbers and make pickles. As well as you can even make some fudge. So there's a lot of things that you can do with this. So we may want extra just to be able to have extra, because we may want to kind of mass produce some of these. All right, so another 5 over here, and there we go. Okay. We need heat on all of these, so I guess let me tear these back out. So I don't want to have the magma blocks visible, so I think I'm going to replace this bottom layer here with the magma blocks. And you can kind of see it back there, but you know, you could totally chalk that up as that's the heating source that keeps this up. So yeah, as we mouse over this, you can see warm 2 now. And then I believe, yeah, so that's going to be a warm 3. That's still a 3. Because this has like, okay, so this one right here, warm 2, because there are 2 magma blocks in its immediate vicinity. This one has 3. This one has 3, this one has 3, and then this one's also going to have 2. And if we needed, we could put another one down there, and that's now a warm 4, all the way up to a hot 6. So we could totally add some more in here to get more heat, but for now, I think just doing the ones on the back is going to be plenty, because that's all we need for the cheese. And then eventually we'll probably want to come in here and instead of putting the magma blocks, we're going to have to make it cold and put ice. Although I have no idea what needs ice. Maybe the drinks? That might make sense. Yeah. So there we go. So now we should be able to start making some cheese. Should be able to, right? Yeah, I think we do. Oh, we need to get, because I don't want to have to get a bucket of milk constantly. So I'm going to want to get a cow down here. And if we put it on a create seat, it'll just go ahead and get stuck. So up here, we had a bunch of create seats. I kind of cleaned this out a little bit. We're going to be using this area here maybe next episode. Maybe the following one. We'll have to see the order of how I do things. But yeah, so we have a couple seats. I'm going to use one of these, and we will go ahead and get a cow in there. I need to get a lead and then snag one of those guys. It'd be really nice if I had a mob lasso, but I don't think I can make them yet. Holds animals. No, I can totally make that. Let's do that, because that'll be a heck of a lot easier. So that was gold nuggets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's not nuggets. These are gold nuggets. We needed 4 pieces of string. And 1 ender pearl. There we go. Sweet. That'll be super helpful. Okay, let's go get them and show you how easy this lasso is now. So with the lasso, you can basically just pick up any mob. There these guys are. I have been wondering where these 2 crows have been. But yeah, you just pick it up. And then you don't have unlimited time with this. It is the lowest level one. But as you see, if we mouse over it, it has a time limit. So it's only going to stay in here for another 100 seconds. And if we don't get the cow out of the lasso within 100 seconds, it will be voided. It'll just completely disappear, which is not ideal. All right, so put the seat down there. You know what? I actually even have a brick I can... There we go. Just put him there, and then there. He's completely stuck. He's not going to wander away now, because he's technically seated on the seat. Okay, so now we just need to get a bunch of buckets and all the ingredients. Set on up. Just empty my inventory in here. We have some honeycomb. I did see that the this thing, the bee's nest, was ready to be harvested. So let's come over here and get that. Eat a little bit. It feels weird to eat a lunchbox. I don't know if that's just me. Feels weird. Ooh, which one is that? That's an onion block. Why is there an allium bush on top? That's a weird block to put there. Huh. Well, let's go ahead and harvest this. Put this into our overweight crop area. Okay. And then what did I need to come over here for? Sugarcane. Yes. Because we're going to need a bunch of sugar. Just put that in there now. We got honeycomb. We got sugar. We have the brown mushrooms. Where did I put the brown mushrooms? Right here. Let's go ahead and get a chest and put it down there. Or a barrel. Wood. Should have a barrel there. And then we're going to need to get a bunch of buckets. Say 15 buckets, one for each of them. Why did that only make 10? Because I can't math. I have a couple more here. Okay. That is, yep. 3 times 10 is 30. Not, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. We'll go ahead and put that there. And let's start making these. I'm going to start all 15 up at once. So we need to have 1 sugar, 2 brown mushrooms, milk up here, and then wax. Okay, it started going before the wax was even in there. Do we need the wax? Or the honeycomb. I keep calling it wax. We don't have much of it. I just realized we don't have enough to do all 15 of these right now. So I'm curious if we can get it away without doing that. So yeah, you can see the animation already going. All right, I'll put it in the first 9. And then we'll see what happens on the others. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, let's fast forward here and we will come back once we have all these set up. Okay, and then something that I did just remember with this, because this is becoming a very tedious process to put each one of these in and then put the milk in, etc., is that there is a recipe book up here. You can see everything that's needed and you can just click on it and boom, it's in there. Then just a simple click, you can start it all up. There we go. Let's go ahead and throw the rest of those in there. And we're probably about a quarter of the way done. 20% done. Give this about another 5 minutes and then it should be harvested. All right, let's see. So while this is going, let's go ahead and try and improve the floor a little bit. I think I even made some of the stairs. Yes, I made a couple stairs. So if we can just kind of get these in here in random strategic places, it'll look like there's just a little divot in the floor, a stone came out. Give it a little bit more of a lived-in look. The rocks have kind of settled over time. Something like that. What do we think? Maybe we'll do one more over here. Do that way. Yeah. I think that looks good. Since it is a cellar, we probably need to get some cobwebs. Put some cobwebs down there, give it a little bit more of a damp and kind of crepid area that's not often visited, definitely not often cleaned. You know I have cobwebs here somewhere. There they are. I don't know why I would have put cobwebs in my wood chest. That is not a wood item. All right, I'm down. I think just kind of strategically put a few of these. So I kind of feel as if these should be lower. There. And then now we can actually put those in the corners. Which is where cobwebs would be. That's not where I wanted that. You can go down a little bit. I don't know if I want to put it in the middle. I don't know. I guess that doesn't look bad. Maybe do one more over here on this side. not this one. There we go. I think that looks good. All right, how are these coming along? Halfway. Just a wee bit more time. And see, this is exactly why I didn't want to just have one of these guys, because if I just had one, it would take me absolutely forever to get enough resources, or to just get enough to make a good amount of food. All right. Come out. Let's see if the... Nope, beehive's not done, but it is sleep time. Let's go and rest. Okay. Oh, there was something else. So while I was breeding all these cows and sheeps and all these animals up, we ended up getting a quest reward for breeding animals. And we ended up getting a parrot plushie, which is adorable. But we also happened to get an elephant spawn egg. And the elephants from Sprout are flippin' adorable. I have read the quest for what they do, but I have not seen them in action yet. And yeah, I mean, look at him. That's just the most adorable elephant ever. That's just the most adorable elephant ever. Okay, so with the elephant, we come into the quest and I can actually go to the right page here. Wildlife in the tameable section, because it's tameable. You need to meet an elephant and it'll give you peanuts because you can tame it. So while elephants are large and occasionally aggressive, there are variants which are small and friendly. These elephants can be tamed with peanuts and they can help water your gardens. So I was thinking if we can tame him, there we go. And I just put that away. Is he going to come over here and just water our garden for us? How's that going to work? Is he going to make like a little water spout? I guess he's trying to maybe get some water right now. Is that what he's doing? Does he need access to the water? I'm going to break this and I'm going to lose it because I don't have Silk Touch. But no, he's not doing anything. Mr. Elephant? Anything? No? Okay. Oh, and then something I thought of earlier today, and I don't know how I didn't think of it before today, because we've had, you know, animals and stuff for a while now. Do you guys want to name the elephant? Do you guys want to name the straw golem? And then I guess, do you want to name our 4 or 5 crows? I don't see why not. So I'm perfectly okay letting you guys name these. I guess just so that we don't have a billion names going at once. In the comment section down below, can you leave a suggestion as to what you would name this adorable little elephant and what you would name the straw golem wherever he is hiding? He was just over here a minute ago. All right, adding some commentary from the edits here. For the next minute or two, you'll see me just running around aimlessly trying to find this golem, and I was not able to find him at all. I was quite sad. We lost a dear friend, and yeah. Well, while editing, I found where he went, and I'll put the clip in so you guys can see it right here, but I guess somehow I accidentally punched him when I was trying to harvest the overweight block, and my crows ended up killing him. I don't know how that happened. It stinks so much. We do have backups. We can get another one out. You guys want to name this straw golem? Not going to be the same. RIP straw golem version 1. What happened? I am so confused. I am also so sad because I literally checked on him a minute ago. I was in here getting something and he was alive. So, what the heck? All right. Let's leave them. See, I can't even leave the gate open. Even if I purposely try to leave the gate open and not close it, the pressure plate closes it for me. So how did he die? How did he die? That makes no sense. All right, let's get a bunch of chickens here. Okay. Makes me sad. Makes me frustrated because I don't know how he died. All right. Get down here. Are these done? Yes. And then we get the bucket back. Okay. Wait. That didn't use up one of the brown mushrooms. Interesting. Did I put an extra one in there, maybe? I guess we'll check that in the VOD. So I will probably leave a comment right at this point in time that says we forgot. Okay, so I can't get this one out without the honeycomb. So we need the honeycomb in there. Okay. Let's go check on the honeycomb real quick. We may be able to get 3 more. Yeah. Okay. Now we'll just have to wait for 3 more of those, and we can get the last little bit. But we can take the 9 that we have, we can put them down and let them start to ferment. I have no idea how much time it's going to take to ferment these. Oh, we can't put these on stairs? Well, that stinks. So I have to put it off to the side. Okay, so growth is 0%. Considering it's still 0, I really hope that does not go up by 1% at a time, because this is going to take forever. All right, let's get these last 3. There's 1, 2, and 3. Still at 0% on all of these. Do I need to do anything specific? Oh, also, you know, let's look at the quest. I bet you the quest would be very helpful in this. Okay, so we still need to get one of these guys. So just some planks and iron nuggets. Let's go do that real fast so we can complete the quest. Planks. Yep, right there. Probably get a decent amount of these too. All right. Perfect. Okay, so that completes this. Sweet berries, sugar, and wheat. I bet you we can make some honey mead. Probably some mead out of those. We get the packed ice for that. And then down here, we're just waiting on these 2 now. Okay, so according to this, cheese can be created in the keg, but it must be aged before it can be eaten. Place the cheese out and let it ripen. Once it's ripe, you can then place it on the cutting board to obtain cheese wedges to cook with. Warning, the pop-up screen will say fully grown before the cheese is fully matured. Wait a little bit longer until the text is gone. Okay. So the quick way of doing this would be to use create and haunt it, because trauma causes the cheese to age prematurely, but it also makes it delicious. All right. So we don't have any create yet. We're not going to be getting into create anytime soon, I feel. We're still at 0% on all these. Oh, okay. So this one's fully grown now, and that one's fully grown. Interesting. Okay, those are the 2 that I put down last. So it may not take a lot of time. Oh, okay. This one's different. No tool. Probably just punch this. We got cheese. Interesting that the last one I put down was the one that harvested first. Was ready first. Okay. Let's come up here. Get our knife out. Put that down. And 4 slices of cheese. Nice. I'm curious. Let's check on this again. Okay, this one's ready. Why are those two becoming ready? There's nothing special about the location. Because, like, if it was heat related, like near the magma blocks, that one would be the same time this one went off, although that just went. The one here is the exact same as the one here. Maybe it's just random. Just completely random. Huh. Interesting. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's just give that time. Let it ripen a little bit more. Let's make a little bit more cheese. And we're going to get to cooking here in just a moment. Let's see. Go ahead, empty out our inventory. And just leave all those there, and I will take care of that after the recording is done. Hamburgers. Right? That's the whole point of what we were doing down here, right? So we need to make a hamburger, which we can easily make a good bit of those. We need to go out. We need to get some cabbage, some onions, and tomatoes. And then from our hamburger, we can just add cheese to it and get a cheeseburger. And then can we add? Yeah, okay. So from the cheeseburger, we can add another slice of cheese, another beef patty, and bacon, and we get the deluxe. Okay. All right, so let's go. Inventory is clear. Let us sleep. Let us get our sleeping bag out of the chest that I must have accidentally put in. Yep. Back outside. Sleep. Honey is still needs a little bit more time there. We'll give it a little bit longer to get the last 3 over there. And let's go ahead. We need to get, let's get 3 stacks of cabbage. Was it 3 stacks of tomato and 3 stacks of onion? We should have plenty of bread. We should have plenty of everything else. Okay. We'll just put these over here. A little bit more organized. We have plenty of bread. We'll just get out 3 stacks of bread. And then our raw beef. So with the raw beef, in order to make the hamburger, we could use steak. But instead of steak, we can also use a beef patty. And in order to get a beef patty, you can get 2 of them from 1 piece of raw beef. So if you take your beef, you can double it by using the cutting board. Okay, so I know that we can take the beef and put it on the skillet. Okay, you can literally put the entire stack on. And this will just go ahead and cook over time, and then it'll plop off once it's done. Now, can I put beef in there? No. So we basically just need to go ahead and wait. Give that a little bit of time. So something we could do, and I don't know if I'm going to like this aesthetic. It'll be functional. It's not going to be very aesthetic. Have them in here still? No. So from Farmer's Delight, you get these baskets, and these baskets are a little bit more than decorative. They have function, and they function as a chest, but they also function as a hopper. All right, so we could, for instance, if I wanted to take this one out, I could put one right there, and whenever one's ready, it actually goes into the chest. But doing this means I can walk away and do other things and just let that go. So that could be interesting. I don't really like the look of it. That's the thing. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Ooh. Okay, hold on. I have an idea. This might be good. It might be bad. We'll see. Let's get that. And then we need 3 sticks, I think it is, if I remember the crafting recipe correctly. We're going to get banners. And if we take a banner, we can put it on the wall right here, and it'll be like a curtain. I don't know what I think of that. Like we can click around it, but I don't like the fact that the banner is inside the frying pan. That doesn't look ideal. So I wonder if there's something else. Like, I like this idea that we can put something up and cover it, but what can we put up here that would actually look correct? You know? Or not look correct, but look better. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead, let that cook up for a little bit longer. For now, I'm just going to leave those there because I would much rather have it automatically pick it up than have to remember to come back and pick it up and let it despawn. All right, looks like they're all done and wrapped up. Let's go ahead. We have 9 more beef on us. Those in there. And then I think we had some bacon as well. There we go. Full stack of bacon. Let's put the bacon down and let that go for a while. And let's get out the beef. All right, there's 3 stacks of beef. I think we have everything we need to make our first stack of burgers. There we go. There's a second stack and then a third stack. I'm going to be turning these into other ones. So I'm going to actually have 1 normal stack of burgers. And then we'll do a stack of the doubles. And then we'll have a stack of the deluxe. Right? No, it's the cheese. Yep. And then we'll have a stack of the deluxe. That's the idea. Hopefully, while we've been waiting here, we have, yeah, more honey available. We need to find a way to automate this. Besides a vanilla farm, like a vanilla style farm, does anyone know in the pack, is there a way to automate the honeycomb production? I know eventually with the drigmies, I'll put a couple bees in here and the drigmies will go ahead and farm them. But I don't know what the drigmies give first off. And then secondly, without drigmies, is there another way? Yeah. All right, let's come down here and check on our cheese. All right, so some of these are ready. Oh, nice. You just need to click on those. Sweet. Okay, so this one's ripe. This one's ripened. And then that one. And that's it. So some of these are near done, and then the others are just still taking a little bit more time. So we'll come over here. And go ahead and get some of the cheese. We should have... Wait, where's the other cheese? Up here. Okay, so there's 20 cheese. And I believe all we need to do is put the burgers and the cheese, and they become cheeseburgers. Sweet. Nice, nice. And then from there... Wait. Oh, it's over here. We have bacon, and then I actually need another slice of beef. Where did the beef? So here's the minced beef, and then... You know what? Let's just make a bunch more. Why not? We'll chop this down. I kind of like that it collects it on the side, though. It's not... It doesn't have to collect it directly in front. So I wonder if we can go ahead and get rid of one of those and just put it in the middle to collect from everything here. Because if I'm chopping, I don't mind picking it up because I'm actively here doing it. Okay, I put those in there. Give that a second to cook a few of those up, and let's see. What is the recipe for the deluxe? We need another piece of cheese. Of course we need cheese. See, this is why we need so many of these down here. Speaking of which, I need to get to making some more. We just need to get our honeycomb production up. Without honeycomb, we can't make these in a large quantity. So I either need to get a lot more bees down or find a way to automate it. Let's see. Is there a way? Honeycomb. If we look at honeycomb and how do we get it? Extended mushrooms, honeycomb shreds. I'm gonna have to look up that mod and see what that is. That's interesting. Okay. That's not a result, that's using it. Get it from uncrafting things. Okay. So the beekeeping villager will sell them. Not a good price, but I mean, it's something. And then there's a quest once we get the dipper. Okay, and we've already gotten that. I'm interested what extended mushrooms are. That could be a interesting way. And if it's mushroom, okay, hold on. Add extended mushrooms. All of these. Slime fungus, honey fungus. Interesting. So it's a mushroom. It's not crow harvestable, so I can't have the crows automatically harvest. Get them. I wonder what the process of getting these is. Do you have, if you just have one, will they spread? No. I'm gonna look into that after I'm done with recording. I'm kind of curious. Because that might be a good way of doing this. Okay, we got another one ready. Go ahead and take this upstairs. We'll make that deluxe. Done, done. Where's the cheese? Oh. Goes over there. Go ahead and get in here for the beef patties. And I can put the last 6 on the stove. Okay, so crafting, I just need to have cheeseburger, cheese, bacon, and another beef patty. And there we go. We got our deluxes. Awesome. So yeah, we just need to get a bunch more cheese. And once we get a bunch more cheese, we'll be able to make a lot more of these. And these are fantastic. They give a lot of food as well as extra attack damage for strength. And then we also get the nourishment. When applied, we get 3. So is that different than strength? I don't think so. I think that's part of it. So 3 attack damage, and then we have nourishment for 3 minutes. So that's really good. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Let's pop back down here real quick. We have another one ready. Grab it real quick. But I think this is probably where we're going to leave it for the end of the episode. It was fun. Thanks for coming and hanging out, guys. Do appreciate it. If you guys liked the episode, make sure to go down into the below the video, leave a like. Let me know your thoughts. Also, don't forget, I need a name for the elephant as well as a name for the golem. If you see other suggestions that you like, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and whatever gets the most thumbs up, we'll go ahead and go with that option. So keep checking back to, kind of use that as a poll. And yeah, I think that's about it. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, fantastic weekend, and I will see you next time. See you guys. Bye.